A Rebels Bikie heavyweight, Jojo Raimondi, 35, was in front of the court regarding drug and insignia charges. Raimondi told the court that he is now a changed man since the raids. He has maintained distance from the rebels, has attended a rehab center and also undergone stomach surgery. According to his lawyer, the Bikie lost 51 kilograms following gastric sleeve surgery after police busted through his front door in June last year to find the rebel's figure in his bathroom, where a Ziploc bag and about 2 grams of meth were floating in the toilet. Raimondi was charged with trying to destroy evidence, and was looking at a sentence of 3.5 years in prison. Western Australia's District Court heard he was in the garage of his home in Landsdale in northern Perth when police arrived. Raimondi then ran inside the house and locked himself in an ensuite, but police smashed their way through and caught him in the act. Raimondi's lawyer, barrister Michael Tudori, said his client tried to flush the drugs down the toilet in panic. But he was unsuccessful in getting rid of the package, arguing it was an attempt as opposed to an actual destruction. Tudori added that his client had used drugs to cope with self-esteem issues over his weight. But in the aftermath of the raid, he reached out to get the help he needed and spent time at the Whitehaven Clinic, a private drug and alcohol rehab center. The reality is, if it wasn't for that, the police entering that day and these charges, he probably wouldn't have gone to Whitehaven. Now, he's had a gastric sleeve, he's dropped 51 kilograms to date, so he's just sitting on 100, and wants to remain drug-free. He now feels much better about himself and has even started fishing again, and is also able to get into a small boat without it almost tipping over. Judge sentenced him to 9 months in jail but suspended it for 9 months. Raimondi pleaded guilty to the charge, which related to the rebel's tattoo on the left side of his head. He was also fined $1,000 for showing his gang ink in a public place, at Bunnings, and another $1,000 with $265 in court costs for displaying his Bikie tattoos at Perth's Crown Casino in June last year. This is not the first time the Bikie has been in trouble with the law. In August 2022, Raimondi was found in possession of 12 rounds of 9mm ammunition, a gel blaster gun and a flick knife, as well as drug paraphernalia after police raided his home. Among the drugs seized were a small quantity of methamphetamine, less than a gram of cocaine, cannabis, vials of steroids, a number of Viagra pills, as well as another prescription medication used for stabilizing seizures. During the hearing, Raimondi also pleaded guilty to 1 count of trespass in relation to an incident that took place in South Guildford earlier that year. He, along with 2 associates, entered the premises of Rent WA, a commercial truck hiring business. The trio drove in on electric motorcycles wearing face masks and gloves. Raimondi was captured on CCTV at a roller door but did not go inside. He was fined $3,500 for the drug possession, $1,000 for the weapons charge, $1,000 for being in possession of unlicensed ammunition, $500 for trespassing, and ordered he pay $134 in court costs. A former bricklayer by trade and a fishing shop owner, Raimondi was best friends with Bikie boss Nick Martin and good friends with slain Bikie associate Joe Versace. Martin, a long-term president of the Rebels, was shot dead by a hired assassin as he watched drag racing at Perth Motorplex in December 2020, while Versace was murdered in a daring daylight execution in September 2022.